Come now and get yourself comfortable. Please lay down or sit in a comfy chair. Relax and prepare for a tale about an ancient time of struggle and cunning. Aided by a new acquaintance, a novice fortune hunter ventures forth to a house plagued by a formidable spirit tied to the material world. Though prohibited by law, the extra magic scroll provided makes quick work of the tormented soul, burning up upon their use. With the soul imprisoned comes a great feeling of accomplishment to what seemed like an impossible task. Now, the future is brightened with the possibilities of dealing with the mysterious scroll-writing personality. A rare opportunity not to be crossed. All that is left is to keep a promise to share a tidy sum. Off to the guild hall, where the reward awaits.
Oh, hello there. Welcome to the Guildhall chapter of Cortica. My name is Monica. And are you here for something to eat, or are you looking for a quest? Wait a second. I remember you. Aren't you the one that took that strange quest? Right. I've seen that quest repeatedly posted up on the board for as long as I've been working here. Must be up for at least over a year now. Nobody has been able to complete it, so the contractor keeps on submitting it. Which is fine by me. If they want to put up the fee to do so, they must have very deep pockets. So then, I'm afraid to ask you if it means you've come back empty-handed. It's okay. I personally won't think any less of you. Most people don't even come back at all from this one. So that in itself is an accomplishment. And between you and me, I think the guild's penalties for failing a quest are too harsh. Honestly, do they really have to ban? This is how people make their living. Like, it isn't stressful enough having to wave your sword at monsters all day. But please don't repeat that. I still like my job. Wait. What is that you have there? Is there something you need to show me wrapped up in that cloth? No, is it really? Whoa, you did it. Does this mean you actually did it? Do you have the original quest sheet? Yeah, this is indeed the quest that captured the dreaded soul haunting the old house in Brookwelst. So all there is to do is to check the crystal. Yeah, it is definitely in there. It's quite the strong soul, too. Consider me impressed. You're alright, aren't you? I bet you'll do great things here. Now, before I go back to the cough room to get your reward, there is one last bit of business we need to clear up. So, on the quest sheet here, it says that you're issued 2 scrolls by the guild, 1 celestial fire scroll, and 1 minor soul binding scroll. Minor soul binding. That can't be right, but it is what it says here. Strange. I have to remind you at this time that it is the law and your duty to return any unused scrolls. Possession of illegal scrolls incurs some serious punishments, including imprisonment, forfeiture of life, and worse. Therefore, I have to formally request you deliver back to me any scrolls left over from the quest. You don't have any left over? Well, to be sincere, I would have been shocked if you did. I imagine you had to use everything at your disposal for this quest. Well, I guess that settles everything. All that is left is for you to collect your reward. Let me go retrieve that for you. I'll be just a moment. Well, this is odd. All that was there was this note, just highly irregular. Usually I would give you your money reward and you would be on your way. But it looks like all I have here is this note with some instructions. It reads, upon completion of this quest, please send for KT at this address immediately. And then the address is listed, and it says, the contractor would like to personally thank the adventurer for their services. Well, this address is very close by. I can have a courier run a message over. It shouldn't take that long. Will you wait? Very good. I'll write up a quick letter and get that sent out. Meanwhile, why don't you have a rest while you're here? The kitchen is still open, and if you'd like something to eat, you should really try the pretzels. They're my favorite. And I believe we still have some of that summer ale left over at the bar. If you find yourself in need of a drink, you do look like you've been traveling today. Over here, please.
Thank you for calling for me. So do you have it?
Yes, right here.
Well, there's definitely somebody in there. But is it you? I think it is. Hello, my dear friend. I trust you asked our hero of the hour to stay in the confines of the tavern.
Yes, of course. I did just as the note in the lockbox said.
Perfect. Where is he? Can you point him out to me?
Certainly, he's right over there at the table with the ale.
You've done a remarkable job, and you've earned this.
Oh my gosh, thank you. It really wasn't that much trouble. Wow, he must be in a really good mood.
It's quite the veritable feast. They told me you were our returning champion. Good. Well, it's marvelous to meet you. You don't mind if I... Thank you. Swell. Yes, well, I wanted to meet you, oh, of course. My name is Major Thebrucken. 2nd Division. Emerald class. Yes. Badge of office, we all get them. Yes, I've always wondered that myself. I mean, what do you think? I suppose you could argue it is somewhat crow-like. I think of it more as a raven. Yes, it is delightful to meet you. Interesting. So you just saw the quest of the guilds. I see. And why did you decide to take it? I see. Yes, I can. No, most of us can, in the higher ranks, use magic. That's the entire reason I came into the Force. You see, magic is not something to be used frivolously. There needs to be a barrier, a control between the common folk and the magic users to keep them safe, which is why we only allot a certain amount for each specific task. Yes, I have your money for you. By the looks of this feast, you've already spent some of it. I'll get this across to you, but I just have a few questions first. I have seen that before. It doesn't really make any difference though, does it? Nobility. If you ever refuse it, no one chooses it. Have you ever tried the pretzels here? No, that isn't one of the questions. They're quite excellent. It's quite sweet. Anyway, go on. Tell me about yourself. Well, your general background. I see. No, continue. Oh, those two. They come with me everywhere in this foul city. As a formality. Anyway, continue. I see. So tell me about the mission. How did it go? And you used the 2 scrolls provided, correct? And in what order? I see. Do you have any idea how many people failed before you were on this quest? I see. Several. I I wonder why it was that you were successful when so many others were not. What was the secret? What was your trick? And so you were made of the right stuff. Were you alone? And you only used the 2 scrolls, you didn't use anything else? Lies. You heard me, lies. There is no way you could have achieved that with just the 2 scrolls we provided. No, you must have used something else. Something doesn't add up here. Did you not think perhaps that so many people had failed before you because this was less about the quest and more about the understanding of the power that an individual has? Do you remember the Great Catastrophe? It must be almost 100 years now since it happened. That city, well, the ruins still exist. It's almost as if it's been forgotten about. Because it's no longer in living memory. And that's the problem when things drift out of living memory. They're no longer taken seriously. I saw something very similar happen on a much smaller scale quite early on in my career. Dreadful, monstrous things from the unauthorized use of magic. An entire village transformed. And so I guess if I ever seem overzealous in my enforcement of the rules of the High Council, it's because I've seen it. I've seen what unauthorized magic can do. And so it must be taken very seriously. Very seriously. Did you see the crystal? Of course you did. Did you hear it? Do you even know what it is? Can you hear that? How about now? It's a beautiful sound, is it not? It's an old friend of mine. Anyway, I digress. When the laws of magic usage are violated, we have an equal and opposite reaction. Good effects have side effects, and these side effects can often be catastrophic, and they are always cumulative. So your actions are responsible for what is to come. People think it won't make any difference. Just a few extra spells. I know it was a few extra spells. At least one. Just a spell here or there for the good of humanity. And it should be fine. The ends justify the means. How many times have I heard that? I probably hear that more than I hear ignorance or apathy as a defense. The ends very rarely justify the means when it comes to dealing with something so powerful. And, although I don't blame you, you must be held responsible. I'm not really interested in you. Frankly, if you give me what I want, we could probably let you go. Even with a little parting gift. What else but the name of the spell Scribe, or Scribes, or whichever mages helped you? I didn't think you would. In fact, to be perfectly frank, you could tell me anything you want. And I wouldn't believe you. Even if what you said sounds and rings true. We couldn't just believe you now, could we? I couldn't just send people into such a dangerous situation on hearsay, on the words of a criminal. No. Off to prison with you. We'll leave you there for a few days. And the psychic mages will tell me everything I need to know. That way we don't have to worry about the formalities of trust. There's no food like this where you're going. Feel free. Don't let it go to waste. I thought you might say that. Justice tends to remove a person's appetite. I'm surprised you don't know that. Well, I knew you weren't a magic user. What do you think this is for? It can detect whether a person has magical essence, or whether they're in the possession of magic upon their persons, scrolls, enchanted items. It's absolutely invaluable. It takes a little bit of skill to learn how to use it and how to read it, but invaluable. So we will find out who it was who supplied you with these things. And we will bring them to justice. And I don't really blame you. I blame the person who enabled you. And if we do have any more, further discourse, don't take it personally. Guards, take this person away. I wish you all the best. Swell. Well, what did you think of that? Well, we'll find them. Now, it would be a shame to let this all go to waste.